Hi there, my lovelies. This is Jana here. Welcome to my kitchen. So today we're going to make something very basic. It's essential for a few vegan desserts, which is a vegan mascarpone. I absolutely adore this recipe. It is so smooth, it is so velvety, and it is so neutral, which is a wonderful thing. It tastes like it has a little bit of the tanginess that cheeses have, but you can tune it up or down depending on your dish. Depends on the recipe that you're using it for. So here's the basics, and I'm going to show it to you right now. So first, we're going to start by soaking cashews, raw cashews. And you can either soak them for as long as you can, like 24 hours, or to speed up the process, you can simmer them for a few minutes. Because what we want here is to soften them up, because once they are blended, when they're very soft, then the end result is going to be even better because they're going to be really velvety. And now we're going to drain them, discard the water, add them to a blender. If you have a high-speed blender, even better. Some vegan butter or margarine, along with some unsweetened plant-based milk. I prefer coconut milk. Some neutral taste oil, some lemon juice, and a pinch of salt. Why salt? Because cashews, they tend to be a little bit in the sweet side, and if you're using coconut milk like I do, the nuts, they elevate the sweetness in the food. So to balance it out and make it a little bit more neutral, we add the salt. And now we're going to blend that very well. Now, if you think that your mascarpone is a little too liquidy, remember it's going to thicken up once it's cold, once you put it in the fridge. But you can add a little bit of a xanthan gum. This word is difficult. Xanthan gum. Okay. It's going to be written over here, okay? So you add that because this is a natural thickener, and it's activated with the movement. So once you blend it, it will thicken up your food. So that's my tip for you.
The dam is breaking in. It was bound to happen, 'cause your heart is caving in. So why you bother? This is nothing you can run from. You make it, 'cause I can't change it anyway. For soon it's all over, and you've been running again. Before you know it, it's all over. So enjoy your heartbreak, enjoy your heartbreak, my friend.
Cold. This is good. It's just perfect. I just wanted to demonstrate here for you that you can make a dessert with it. You can, ooh, it's cold. You can make, you know what, a tiramisu. The combination with the coffee and the chocolate and this cream, it's like it hits all the levels of yumminess. Don't you agree? So this is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me on my social media over here. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Measurements and the ingredients, head over to my website. And I see you next time. I am going to devour this. It's divine. It's so simple, isn't it? But it's amazing. So this is we say it in Brazil. It's a coringa. It's something for you to keep in your food wardrobe, and so it's very good for plenty of things. So I will see you next time. Have a wonderful week. Bye bye. Tiger, what are you doing? You can't eat that. Give it to me. Look at me. Tiger? Did you eat that? Huh? You can't? That's butter. You can't. You're gonna have a bellyache. Did you like it? You cheeky monkey. Hi there, my loves, this is Jana here. Welcome to my kitchen. So today we're going to make, guess what? What do you guys ask me so much? Cheese, of course. We're going to make fermented cream cheese. And we're not going to use soy. No, sir. We're not going to use tofu. We're not going to use cashews. We're going to use Mr. Chickpeas or Mr. Garbanzo beans. And it's going to be phenomenal to die for. So brace yourselves and let me show you how I made it. Now, have you remembered that I made a chickpea milk a while ago? Click over there if you want to know how I made it. It's the same principle for step one. We're going to take 1 cup of uncooked chickpeas, okay? We're going to soak it overnight. And once it's properly soaked, we're going to discard the water. However, we're going to keep a little bit of this soaking water because this is pure probiotics, okay? And we're going to use it to ferment the cheese. And trust me, it'll work and you'll love it because you don't need to buy any probiotics. You already have your own. And now we're going to add the drained chickpeas to a blender along with water. And we're going to blend it very well. Then, with the help of a cheesecloth, you're going to strain the milk. And now we're going to add this milk to a pot and we're going to stir it for about 20 minutes. It tends to scorch, to stick to the bottom, so you can't stop stirring, okay? And this is it. Once it's completely cooked, it will thicken up. You'll see that it will get this sort of a yogurt texture. That's exactly what we want. All right, so now we're going to allow it to cool completely until it becomes room temperature. That's very important. And we're going to add it to a blender. All right, so now we're going to add salt, very important. We add salt. Why? Because salt is going to kill the bad bacteria and it's going to help the good bacteria to develop, okay? And also onion powder and of course nutritional yeast because nooch, right?
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal.
All right, so now we're going to add this cheese that it's going to ferment. It's going to ferment now for 24 hours. We're going to add to one of those cheese molds. I mean, it depends which one you have. If you don't have one of those, you can make tiny holes in a plastic container. So it will firm up and release water, okay? So don't worry about that, that's natural. Now, my lovelies, listen to me. Since we are making a fermented food, it is very important, it is crucial that you keep all the ingredients very, very clean and sterilized, because we want to develop the good bacteria and not the bad. And if your utensils and everything else, it's dirty, or if it has some spot of some bacteria, it will develop, because that's what we're doing, we're fermenting, okay? So keep that in mind, okay? Keep everything very clean and sterilized so we don't take any risks. Now, you will keep it in the fridge and it will keep fermenting slower in the fridge. It will keep fermenting a little bit slower, but it will happen. And it's good for consumption in up to 7 days, okay? That I guarantee. But if you see and if you spot, just like any other homemade food, because we don't use preservatives, if you spot some dark spot, if you see some dark spots, either green or black or whatever, then I suggest you not to consume it anymore, because you don't want to take any risks. It's homemade food, again. That's not supposed to happen. It shouldn't happen, but it can. And like I said, cheap, everyday ingredients. What's not to like? And if you do make it, please tag me on Facebook and Instagram, because you guys are superstars when it comes to that. You nail my recipes, and I love the modifications and the spin you add to the recipes. Brilliant. And the printable recipe and the method, of course, because it's going to be on the printable recipe, and the exact measurements is going to be on my website, www.chefjanapinheiro.com. Head over there. Brand new website, by the way. Still getting there, but way nicer. And I will see you next time. Don't forget, subscribe to this channel. This helps this chef a lot. And I see you next time. Have a fabulous week. Bye bye. Hi there, my lovelies, this is Jana here. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to make cheese. Yes, you heard me. We're going to make yet another cheese, because cheese is never enough, because cheese is life, and we're going to make a simple one, some sort of an emergency kind of cheese, but nonetheless surprisingly amazing, because the taste is, boy, oh boy, one of the best ones I've ever made. I know the advertising is high, but bear with me, you're gonna love it, because it is. Well, you see. And the main ingredient is going to be oatmeal. Oh, the good old oatmeal. And so we start by making actually an oatmeal milk. We're going to add the oatmeal to a blender and water. and blend it very well. And now with the help of a cheesecloth or a tea towel, we're going to separate the solids from the liquid. And the oats are actually perfect for making cheese because did you see how thick the water, the milk already came out? And that is going to be very, very good because hello, it's going to be extra pooling. Pooling? Can you say that? It's going to be extra stretchy. Pooling. Where did I get it from? Oh well. Me and my mispronunciation is half of the fun, isn't it? So, okay. That step done, we're going to add it to a pan, and then we're going to put it in the inner stove along with some nutritional yeast, some salt, some sour starch. Now, if you follow me for a while, you know sour starch, and if you don't, sour starch is fermented cassava starch. And what it does, it gives extra stretchiness to the cheese and that beautiful tangy taste because it's fermented. So if you want to know where I buy mine, I'm gonna leave a link down below in the both in the comments and in the description box so you can get yours. I bought mine on Amazon. But if you have a Latin shop around you, near you, and most every cities have, so you for sure you're going to find it there. This is important because like I said, tanginess and stretchiness, that's important for cheese, isn't it? And apart from that, we're going to add a little bit of white pepper. I have been incorporating white pepper in my cheeses for I think a year now, and the difference is amazing. It's not hot. It gives only these nuance of, I don't know, that smell, that strong smell that the white pepper has. So perfect. Some turmeric for some color, but that's optional. And some vegetable oil. Now, hear me out. I know that some of you are going to come to me in the comments and ask, oh, can I make it oil-free? Yes, you can. However, listen to me, it's not going to melt and stretch that much. Okay? Because what makes the cheese actually meltable is the oil. I know, I'm sorry, but it is. The other things help a lot. The other ingredients help a lot, but what is going to decide if it's going to be a melty cheese? It's the amount of oil that is present in the recipe. So, if you want to skip, you can do it, but the taste-wise is not going to change so much, but the structure is going to. So, with that in mind, you can do that. And now we're going to stir for about 5 minutes or so in medium heat. And then as you can see, it's very, very stretchy already. Now, this cheese is perfect for pizzas, for toasts or grilled cheeses because it is already melted. So you don't need to buy a block and then pray that it's going to melt enough so you get happy, you know, because it already is so brilliant, isn't it? And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a toast and show you guys how beautifully stretchy it is, because it is, and you're gonna love it. Look at this. It's one of the best cheeses I've ever made, and I was a little bit skeptical because I know that oatmeal, it tends to leave that lingering oat, of course, because it's made of oats. But in this cheese, amazingly enough, it didn't happen. I got the stretchiness from the oats and from the oatmeal, the milk, and I'm mind blown. This is amazing. And I hope you make it, and if you do, you know what to do, don't you? You're going to tag me on Instagram and Facebook because I love when you do that. I love when you put your spin on my recipes. You guys are brilliant. And follow me on my social media. It's going to be linked down here. And also, there's something on this channel now. You can become a member. You just click on the join there, and you're gonna get special perks and just for you also, because I love you. So take care of each other, and I see you next time. Bye. Ruby. Hi there, my lovelies. This is Jana here. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to make, I think, my favorite cream cheese lately. Of course, vegan cream cheese. I have been making it so many times and it is so good and so cheesy. So we're going to make a Millet cream cheese. So let's get into the recipe. You are going to love it, I promise. First of all, here's the millet. This one is peeled, by the way. So we're going to start by cooking it by adding 1 part of millet to 2.5 parts of water. And now we're going to cook it for 20 minutes, simmering it in low heat until the millet looks like this, completely cooked through and very soft. Now, just so you guys know, the longer it cooks without burning, okay, the softer and the smoothiest and the more velvety it's going to be at the end when we blend it. Alright, so now we're going to proceed to blend it. If you're using a NutriBullet or a similar that is going to be completely closed, you wait until the millet is completely has completely reached the room temperature, okay? Because you can't add the hot things inside those blenders because it might explode. So we don't want those kind of accidents. So, but if you blend it while it's still warm, using obviously a regular blender where you're gonna get the cap off, we are going to have again a more velvety and smoother result. Alright, so now we're going to add garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, salt, not too much, white pepper. And why I add white pepper every time I make cheeses as opposed to black pepper? Because white pepper, it has this very pungent smell and it's perfect for cheese making. We're going to add, instead of nutritional yeast, some olive brine. And that's going to give a very, very cheesy taste. A little bit of lemon juice or lime juice. Now, do you remember I have made the lupin cheese and then I told you guys that I have used sour starch? Now, every time I make cheese, I add, I think almost every time I make cheese, I add sour starch because it's a natural thickener. It makes the cheese stretchable and meltable. And it also has these sour taste because it's a fermented cassava flour. No, it's a fermented cassava starch. So it is perfect for cheese making. If you want to know where to get it, I'll leave a link down below. If you already have bought yours, good for you. Now you can add it to any cheese you want to make and then you're good to go. Now we add neutral taste vegetable oil and a little bit of water and we blend. Now here you have a tough decision to make. You can either add the water or if you want more incorporated, that's the word, a little bit more thicker, more dense, if you can say that, cream cheese at the end, you add plant-based milk. I have added now water and then I blended and then I thought that it was still too hard because remember, once it goes to the fridge, it will firm up a little bit and then I have added a little bit of rice milk because I wanted to get it soy free. So yeah, that's it. And then you blend until submission and then when it's really silky and smooth, then it's ready and then it will last for up to 10 days in your fridge. So voila, come on. Seriously, what else can you ask for? is a super nice and super easy cream cheese to make. You can use it for anything that requires cream cheese, including sweet desserts. If you are going to use it for sweet desserts, you just omit the salt, the white pepper, and the onion and garlic powder, okay? And this is just the same. And also, how could I forget that? We're going to use it to make a delicious quiche that you're probably seeing on your screen right now. And it was so good. So good. Oh my God, you're not gonna believe. I made it and it was like in a couple of hours it was gone because, it was good. So this is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Share it with your friends if you like this video. If you don't like it, share it with your enemies. The important thing is to share. And I see you next time. Have a wonderful week. Oh, don't forget to follow me on my social media. I'm gonna let it link down below, as well as the written recipe, quantities and everything on my website and in the description box below. And now we can go. Now I can go. So I see you next time. Have a fabulous week. Take care of each other. Bye bye.